Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with our lovely crew of the New Moon. Everybody, take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
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 Oh,
Hello.
yeah, there we go.
Hi.
Hello. For those that have never seen what this is before and wondering what is it? Hi, we're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, having 5 parties living, existing, breathing in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Astera. So, if this is your first time, what's up? we're gonna play some D&D for you. I'm in a strange mood. I have different earphones in, and neurodivergent, ADHD, whatever you want to call it, everything is different. Everything is weird. Nothing is right. I can hear my own voice in my head, and I don't like it. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Welcome to the party. Some announcements. Very few announcements as we are jumping into tonight. For those that don't know, the brass light, that 5th, that one that I did all 5 there, the brass light is officially underway. Session 1 is up for viewings and listenings, for your ear holes, and eye holes. It was great. We had a great time in that first session. We are actually, it's a weird week this week. This is actually our last session of the week, as Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday I will be in Massachusetts. So I'll be taking a little vacation with the wife, and then I will be back on Tuesday. So we're not missing a beat with New Moon at all. Just so you guys know that. Check out Brasslight. It is, if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, it should be up on previous videos that we have for that. It went awesome. It's super cool. For those that don't know, it is our venture into a steampunk, politically driven guns and trains and creepy crawlies and desert and Western motif style campaign, all wrapped up into one. And I'm very excited for what's in store. We already had a death in session 1, baby. Almost two. So that's how you know it's good. So please check it out. That is it for that announcement. Lastly, if you're wanting to support the channel, we are at, I think it's either 274 or 275 viewers on or subscribers on YouTube. I would love to see that number get to 300. If we do 300, we'll do something cool. I told everybody it would be everybody on Monday that it would be cooler than me doing a backflip on camera. It would be cooler than me doing a backflip on camera. It's gonna be cooler than that.
Backflip while holding fire?
No. It's gonna be cooler than that. It's gonna be cooler than any sort of version of a backflip that I would do. It's gonna be something that's gonna be so digitally cool.
So hold on, you doing a backflip with
cool.
ice? With ice?
That would be like that wouldn't even
That would be
like,
cooler.
If you want to see a
backflip on
backflip
ice skates.
I'd love to see a backflip, Joe.
on ice skates with someone who's like a white guy with glasses who looks somewhat like me, I'm sure you can find it. So that's not nearly as cool.
A backflip on ice skates in a freezer holding ice while Vanilla Ice holds a camera that's also nicknamed Ice.
Beautiful. While his movie was it
Ice
Cool as
Ice Baby.
Cool as Ice is
And
playing.
Ice
Baby is playing on repeat, and Cool as Ice is playing behind me on a green screen.
Also, Ice-T is there.
Also,
what is happening?
Yeah,
I don't know.
But only his like CSI spot. It's in CSI, right?
Law and Order.
Yeah. Law and Order.
SVU.
Yeah.
SVU,
Oh, I'm
man.
sorry. I'm thinking of Ice Cube.
He's there too.
Hey, remember when you said this?
Matt is going to be cooler than that.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's gonna be
Just as
cooler
long
than
as
that,
this
man.
session is not starting with weird energy, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but
I did watch. I watch Cool. Is it Cool as Ice? Whatever the Vanilla Ice movie is, I watch it probably once every couple of years because it's so good. And if you haven't watched it, I will give you permission. That is the one thing you can go ahead and pause right now and watch this and pick this up later because man,
All right,
that
bye.
movie is.
Bye.
Bye.
But for the millions of you that have already, yeah, there goes Matt. For the millions of you that have already seen it, the billions, trillions even, that have already seen it, stay here. Also subscribe if there's trillions of you. Come on.
Good Lord.
And with that, full circle coming back. So yes, if you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you're watching this, whether that is on YouTube or Twitch. Helps us out a ton. Like I said, 300 Vanilla Ice will do a backflip for you. Please. Also, you can check out our Instagram and TikTok, which you can see down below right there at It's a Long Story _TTRPG, headed up by the lovely Kay, who's playing Prisha.
And
Thank
who is
you, Kay.
deleting a whole bunch of things so
Just
that they
deleting-
don't go live this week.
because none of them are as good as Ice Cube eating a slushie, going down a Cool Runnings is playing in the background.
Good
For
Lord.
those who don't know, Cool Runnings is a Jamaican bobsled movie from the early 2000s, late 90s, somewhere around there. It's great. Check
Early
it out.
90s.
Early 90s? Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I don't know what time is.
This is weird energy already. This is so wild.
The headphones, man. Everything's screwed up. My magic is gone. I've lost my mojo. It's all right. We'll try and find it. I'll try and find it back.
You'll try to find your mojo.
I'll
Okay.
try to find my mojo.
Great.
But in the meantime, before we jump into tonight, we do need to get a recap of where we left off. So, Kay, please take it away.
I suppose. At the opening of last session, New Moon gathered their resolve and attempted to reunite with after the fall of the family. The brunt of the party tried to catch up with Ianthe and Alyssa, who dimension doored out and away. Alyssa battles her inner and outer demons, and Ianthe realizes through like the flames that surround Alyssa and were kind of overtaking her that her face was becoming uncanny, and she snaps the young girl out of her daze with a convincing reminder of who Alyssa's people are and what we're doing here. As Grian and the rest of the party follow Donzig towards Alyssa, Grian somehow manages to knock Squirrel Prisha off of his head when an aftershock from one of the cracks in the ground hits. And as her tiny feet hit the ground, she hears something in primordial that demands more. More of what? Who knows? That's a problem for later. But not soon after, she also hears something underground heading for Alyssa. Alongside this kind of all happening, Titian feels and sees something fey in nature, or a lot of somethings fey in nature, kind of following the group, and decides to hold that in his pocket for a minute so that we can actually escape and not get distracted. Donzig and Ianthe, through the wonderful power of speak with animals versus speak with monstrosity / speak with beast, share a moment where he tells her that something underground is heading for Alyssa and to run. He then turns toward the rest of the party and comes towards us. At the same time, Prisha casts haste on Ewolf, which was a dire mistake, to get him to go and help reach Alyssa. And instead he reaches Donzig at the same time as the crack in the ground, and they both fall in. Donzig claws his way out and reacts to the foreign invader with a blast of flames into whatever it is, baking Ewolf unknowingly. The rest of the escape happens in a blur, and we open on a scene of a quiet, mournful campfire, with everyone staring at anything but each other. The rest of the evening consists of the party laying out their priorities, their allegiances, and their emotional processes of what has happened so far. We all collectively judge that our party is worth continuing to travel together, and we contemplate the idea of a new name, allowing Alyssa to nickname us Moon Poop. We begin to form a plan during this time, turn to Messetti for safety, go to Zajar, see what's pulling Ianthe and Adim, run to Celeste and Ianthe's mom. Who knows? Find out tonight on New Moon.
I love that ending. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. Anything else we need to add, friends?
Prisha's no longer a squirrel. I don't know if that was obvious, but...
No, I think that's it.
Beautiful. I can turn the music back on. There we go. Cool for me. Awesome. Also, we have Nathan is away from us right now because it's his birthday. Also, Chelsea, was it your birthday recently?
It's on Thursday.
Happy birthday, Chelsea!
Thanks.
Do you want your inspiration now or later?
Ooh, I'll take it now.
You got it. You get to take it now.
Because I'm on recap next week, so I get it next week too.
Perfect. Yeah. You took it from Kay, just so you know. Like I can't. There's only one. It's transferable. It's not. It can't.
It's okay. Chelsea can have it.
It's my birthday.
No,
It's fine. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I didn't
Everybody,
mean to do anything.
which is only the people that have birthdays and did the recap get to have one. It's gonna be good, guys.
Everybody, aka a fourth of the party.
Just those two.
Or a third of a party.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. So we are going to be coming up on our party as they awaken. It was I don't want to say a pleasant evening, but it definitely was nothing disturbed you in the middle of the night. We'll just put it that way. For those that were watching from the session before, Jet rejoined the group. Didn't really say much. Probably said something like maybe something along the lines of Codex is back. Everything's fine. But yeah. With the dawn of a new day and new moon, I'm going to allow this to be kind of open-ended to whatever anybody wants to do when they wake up, and if someone decides that they're up at that point, they certainly can. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. Let's get crazy. As you all awaken, you can go ahead and tell me what it is that you're doing to start the day.
I think Ianthe's up first. I don't think she slept really hardly at all. And she just gets up and kind of she just kind of walks, not like far away, but enough where like she's still within eyesight of everybody, but far enough away where she can like be by herself.
We'll say, Ianthe, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Starting off strong with a natural one.
Okay. Take 1 point of exhaustion, please. There's certain points where when a player kind of describes something, you're kind of like, it's a little on the fence there. That's that nat 1 kind of clarifies everything.
I think Grian, if Prisha's okay with it, I think he probably would have woken her up so they could gather some food for breakfast and for the long road ahead. And Danzig is probably back in the phylactery, and Grian's a little hesitant to take him out of it.
Grian and Pressure, when you guys are waking up to try to handle the morning meal, you see Ianthe kind of off in the corner. I would say clearly wanting to be alone in this moment.
I think as we probably passed by her on our way into a different section of the woods, Ianthe, we're going to grab food. Do you want to come with us, or do you want to hang out here?
I'll come with you.
Okay. I'll be totally honest. There's not a lot of sport in this kind of meal gathering. So if you...
I've pretty much got it covered.
Okay. I'll just walk, I guess.
Some extra hands, never bad. Prisha, do you know where to go?
Prisha's gonna kind of just like sit with her hand or stand with her hands kind of out for a minute and like kind of let the wind hit her. Yes, this way. And she's gonna just head off.
Okay. I'm assuming that you casted the animal thing, right?
Yeah, it's part of my where did it go? It's part of my wanderer feat, or my wanderer background. I can just kind of find things. And I think it's like up to 5 people, but I also don't eat, so or I don't have to. Let me find the specific skill. Wanderer, yes. I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, and water. So.
Okay. Ianthe, did you sleep well? I mean, did anybody sleep well?
I didn't really sleep. I just couldn't sleep.
I mean, for what it's worth, we tried. We all tried.
I know. I miss him.
Yeah, I think it's definitely quieter, a little bit around here.
Yeah.
Prisha, did you sleep okay?
I rested fine. I mostly just was keeping an eye out for the rumbling. But I didn't hear much. So, yeah. How about you?
I was emotionally and physically exhausted enough that I passed out pretty rough.
Yeah, you were snoring louder than normal.
You know what?
Still better than the violin.
Okay.
I thought the violin was nice.
You would think the violin is nice.
A team rolls over, just says, "Wow."
So you guys are far away, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
okay.
walking out.
Okay.
We've already gotten out.
In that case, Adim just like watches him walk off as listening to them talk about food.
It says wow. You turn over. You say wow to Titian, who is up
Probably
right now. What is Titian up to?
I'm muting his microphone really quick. If you'll allow DM, before we went and had our long rest and fell asleep, Titian would have brought Barb back now that we're in the wilderness again.
Sure.
Barb!
So Barb's back. Titian is awake and still a little groggy. But I think what I'm doing right now is I am play fighting with Barb. And we'll call it play fighting, but it's really a form of training to get some, Titian is, I'm working to get back into my old routine after everything that's happened.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get some, stretch and some movement in as a form of training before we start on the path that we're about to go down.
Okay.
So Titian is, he doesn't have his sword out, but, Barb is about 20 feet away from him, just charging him, and he is practicing jumping out of the way at the last second.
Gotcha. Okay. Beautiful. I like that.
Hey, Joe.
Yes?
What noises is Barb making? I'm just curious.
Now remember, Barb is running full steam ahead, really angry.
Yeah, there's gotta be a
angry.
raw involved, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just...
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
so I think so Titian, as you are how far away do you think you're doing this from the camp?
We'll say a good 30 feet, definitely within eyesight.
Definitely within ear
Oh yeah,
sight.
yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, everyone's awake now, so it's not affecting anybody. I mean, a dean could still
I didn't
slightly.
say everybody was awake.
Alyssa wakes up to cassowary screaming.
Absolutely, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
As you as we
I'm
as
just
we see Alyssa just shoot up from a dead sleep, look around, grabs for her wand, from the sound that just there you go.
It's everything I hoped it would be.
That will definitely elicit Adim's wow. There
Definitely.
You go.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
That's wow. Okay.
Titian is just rolling, there's that sound, and then you just see Titian rolling out of the way like an action movie, and then standing, popping back up. Ready
Looks
for the
at
next go round.
Alyssa looks at Adim and just enough, just loud enough to where Adim here. Can I say it?
Can you say what?
Can I say it?
I maybe I'm just tired, but
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's a good use.
Goody.
Perfect use.
Oh, what was that?
I said good duck.
It's a cassowary. Titian's getting ready for.
I'll say around at this point, Ianthe, Prish, and Grian, you're kind of in the process of probably kind of coming back with the meal. You guys can kind of choose to come back whenever it feels right. But Alyssa goes, how long was I sleeping?
The night.
So you're coming back, right, to the camp now?
Is that what we're doing? Sorry, I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, I was saying like you guys choose when you're coming in.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. So yes, you come. Yeah. Okay.
Alyssa, do you want to start the fire? And Green's gonna plop down whatever killed game they got.
You see Alyssa kind of like is looking at the food and just absentmindedly just points to the fire and just now has gotten pretty good at it. As you like kind of make a mental note of squirrel again?
Squirrel again. It's not that bad. You get used to it.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
And I think Green's got his packed weapon in like a knife form, and he's just kind of preparing it. What do you?
Oh my god.
That.
Oh, hi, Barb.
You see Barb turns towards the campfire. Titian like mid like kind of like sort of moment of like Titian recognizing like whoa wait, that's not where we're going.
Does Barb start running that way?
Not yet. Like Barb's like pawing the ground.
All right. No, I don't you do it. No.
Prisha, arms full open. It's Barb!
All right, Titian should have the favor here, but Prisha rolled me animal handling against Titian's, I think, spellcasting modifier.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. So I'm rolling against this? This is...
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to win.
I rolled a 15.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, cool. Oh!
Hey. Over here.
Oh.
We'll go get... all right, let's call it... Hold on, okay. I'm going to walk over and just grab Barb by the reins. Oh, okay, hey, we'll just walk... Come on, Barb. Come on. All right. Prisha, did you want to? Yeah. Did you want to pet Barb, Prisha? Is that what you wanted to do?
I would love to. And she's just gonna like bounce over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hi, Barb.
No, Barb,
Hold out some berries in her hand.
Don't spit. Don't spit, Barb.
Is it magic spit? She's a magic bird. Is it magic spit?
No, it's just stinky. It's not good.
Prisha, what's your AC?
I think it's a 14.
Actually,
yeah,
Matt,
it's 14.
if you want to pull up what Barb's attack roll is.
Let's go ahead and figure that out. Barb's attack roll is...
I see where I stand with this fucking
There's
bird.
there's no real peck, but the closest would be her hooves attack or her claw attack. That's a +6 to hit, so I'll roll that real quick.
I just rolled it. You can roll it if you want. Go ahead. No, you roll it. It's your pet. Yeah.
All right, that's a 16.
That's exactly, dude. That's exactly what I rolled. Like, that's exactly the number I would have come out to. That's so funny.
It's higher than my AC.
Yeah,
oh,
cool.
Boy.
So you like hold out these berries and like just attacks your hand. And Prisha, there's a moment where you like recognize like,
ow!
Were these red berries? I don't remember.
No, Barb.
Gouges in your hand.
Barb, no, we don't. Prisha, I'm sorry.
Is it concerning if she eats blood?
Well, she now has a taste for you, so that's the concerning part. So we gotta hold on. Give me
her bloody palms like Jesus on the cross. And
hold on.
Gonna smush Barb's face.
You're gonna put it on her face?
Oh God, no!
You're doing the equivalent of putting the ice cream on the dog's nose, right where they can't get to it.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, great.
I'm asserting dominance.
Do cassowaries have tongues? Probably.
I think birds have tongues. All right, no, Prish, quit, Hey, Prish, give me your hands real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
How much damage did you get done to you?
And, no one told me. I just assumed like 2 points.
I'll lay on hands. Like I'll grab your hands and lay on to heal them real quick.
Fun fact: cassowaries do not have tongues.
This one does.
Barb does.
Great.
Because I just did it. I just did all that.
Great.
In canon, Barb's tongue is 3 foot long. No, I'm
3
kidding.
feet long. Gets all of it.
This is an Asterian cassowary.
It's like a hummingbird's tongue where it just like coils in her mouth and then just.
Yeah,
I'm fine with whatever
bird.
decision Matt ends up deciding on. This cassowary.
Oh, it definitely has a tongue, and now
Yeah.
it's just hanging out. It's derpy hanging outside its mouth right now. Because that's what's funny. Like just a foot of tongue just hanging out the side.
And it just picks up a
It's a nice gold lager. No, Prisha, you gotta be careful with Barb. She's a war pony, you know what I'm saying? She's a war bird.
I'm resisting the urge to make a "I'm a war guy now" reference. Yeah, and war paint. And she's just gonna swipe it on her own face. War paint.
Well, that's blood, sure.
Same difference.
But are you okay? Do you feel bad or
No.
your hands hurt? No? Okay.
No,
Okay.
I mean, it hurts, but it's fine. Do you want to take a look?
Oh, I imagine I'm looking at them. I guess it'd be. I mean, those will heal fast
all the
enough,
way
so.
through, you know.
Yeah,
full stigmata. Yep.
full stigmata.
Full stigmata.
No, you'll be. I think you'll heal. We'll just let's go get some. I guess let's go get some lunch. Who is everyone up and running around? Looks like you and Grian got some food for
And
everybody.
Ianthe.
Oh,
It's Squirrel again.
I mean, that's who doesn't love. Is someone complaining about squirrel? Because squirrel's delicious.
I mean,
Alyssa hears this, doesn't say anything, looks at Grian, and just a full eye roll.
It's the one rodent you can eat that you don't have to spit out the bones. You can just eat them.
is that normal for Leonin? I'm just curious.
I don't really know that
Eat
many
bones?
Leonin. Not really, but I don't know that many Leonin that have eaten squirrels, and I've just been eating them bones and all, and not had any issues with them. So,
Okay. You know, cats aren't really supposed to eat bones when we boil them because they might get stuck in your trachea. Like, I wouldn't want you to choke.
She called
I
Disney
just-
a cat.
well, okay. Well, I just chew on them until they're fine enough, and then I just swallow them on down. They're great fiber so far, for me. I guess I don't want to get too. But I appreciate your concern. I'm hearing your concern,
And I am hearing your concern. Thank you. Let's go eat.
yeah. All right.
Blood dripping. Let's go eat.
I think Grian's going to, having transformed his pack weapon into like a spear to kind of spit roast the squirrels over the fire.
Beautiful. I love that so much.
Delightful.
Yeah, I think he's passing them out. Do we know where we want to go? Do we have a heading?
I mean, there were some options.
Well, Alyssa, you want to go see your sister, don't you?
Yeah.
Then we go to the circle.
Okay. And are you three okay bypassing Mirror to go do that?
Or-
Oh, the three of us. I'm okay with it. I mean, I stand by. It's not going to be any less dangerous for us in Mir than anywhere else.
I just want to make sure. Who were you talking to? The three of you. Are you talking to Mia, Deem, and Ianthe, or?
I mean, yeah, it was kind of your guys' original promise, so...
You mean like, oh, bypass the mirror? So, yeah, I think. I mean, we're just delaying it a little bit longer. We'll still wind up there eventually. This,
Okay.
I think this now is the more important task at hand.
And Ianthe and Nadim, you're okay with not going to Zajar right away?
I mean, yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm ready to face what's there yet. So
We hadn't really made a solid plan to go there anyway, so sure.
Okay, so then I guess after breakfast we'll head that way. I guess, do we know where Messetti is on a map?
That I can give you a definitive no from me.
Well, it's not exactly Messetti. It's just next to Messetti, but I know where we're going.
what is Messetti? Is it a
Like-
city or is it? I always thought it was like a forest.
I mean, it's a city, kind of. I mean, it's a city. There are people there. There's like 3 groups of people, and they don't really get along. But the circle is just outside of Messetti in the forest.
And you can get there without a map?
I can. Nobody else could, except you, Dun Mother. And Eliane, I guess. Somehow.
Okay, I mean, I can take us east up to just outside the forests, but I mean, if you got it from there,
Yeah.
awesome.
I think Prisha's gonna immediately, she's gonna sit down next to Alyssa. I understand that there's some hard news that you're gonna have to deliver when we get there. But I really think that you're gonna like the circle.
She keeps saying the circle, and it's like a triangle, right? Because there's only 3 people right now, 2.
Well, I don't know how to answer that. I think that regardless of the number of people that are in it, it is called a druid circle. But yes, the people formation is more like a triangle.
Okay. Looks at Ianthe. Ianthe, give me an insight check.
Prisha just wants the info dump on her special, like her favorite place. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can't remember what my insight is. 15.
Great. With a 15, you're getting... I think there's a little bit of Ianthe recognizing, like, ooh, I don't know if it's me, but someone here is rubbing off maybe a little too much on Alyssa. As
Someone
Alyssa gives
is
you a
teaching
look
her.
of like, okay, apparently we don't touch that subject anymore. That's the look.
Someone's teaching her an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ianthe needs to be nicer.
That's not going to happen.
And I think Priscia's just gonna kind of start talking about all the plants that grow around, and like specifically her favorite, which are like the carnivorous plants that she has like a small patch for, that like they're not particularly useful as far, but they're like superfluous and they're like hers, and she's like really excited about them. And if Eliane has killed them, and she's not saying this part out loud, but if Eliane has killed her carnivorous plants, she's gonna lose her freaking mind. Um, like, but she's just talking about like the gardens and like the farming system that she's like kind of has set up over the last couple years. And I
it's a
think to
full
anybody
zones out.
listening, yeah, I think it's really obvious to anyone sitting around the fire listening to Priscia just like sway and talk about this stuff. She's been alone a really long time. She's like, she doesn't talk about other people, just the plants.
I was
Yeah.
typing something and you said, "Is anybody listening?" And I said, "Wait, what?" I was not. I'm sorry. Okay. Full in character.
In character. Full in character, yeah. Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I was being a smartass to Clint.
Shock. True. Accurate. Fair. Always.
Cool.
I think I
yeah.
think Asgrian is watching Titian chow down on this squirrel skull. Does anybody have anything else you need to get done this morning? I know we got a little bit of extra food before we go. Are we walking? Are we? I mean, yeah.
I don't really have any other way to.
Deem looks around. Do we have another option other than walking?
I've got nothing.
I mean, Titian has Barb, and that can hold another person.
Oh, I could summon a something. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
My parents used to talk to me about this guy who would fly around on like a magic carpet. Anybody got one of those?
I do not.
That exists.
It's like a carpet, but it flies.
I want one of those.
I mean, and then I guess with how big Danzig is, that could probably hold the other 3 people.
You know, I don't know if we'd want to ride Danzig. It probably is.
Elisa.
I just don't think it's probably super smart to do that.
I mean, what's the worst I could do? Make him more in flames?
Could an armadillo withstand Danzig flames?
I think everyone in the party turns on Lisa Priscia.
Damn, Kay.
Well,
Too soon.
What?
Oh!
I just brought up
I just
Danzig because we're we probably just need to be a little bit more intimidating in the woods until we're out to the road, just to like get us
I
through.
just meant I could be an armadillo.
Grian doing the full. Anyways,
Anyway,
well,
Not touching
I
that.
mean,
I, just
I
want
hear
to
what
be
you-
helpful.
I hear what you're saying, Grian, but like, do we want to? I guess there's 2 ways. What you're describing is we go through the woods like we own it and just hopefully intimidate anything from attacking us.
what's an armadillo?
Hold on. We're going to talk
Okay.
about that here in a second.
All right.
Or
kind of
second
squirrel.
option, do we want to try to just sneak through the woods and get through this?
I lean over and say, I don't know what an armadillo is either.
Okay. Adim doesn't know what an armadillo raises her hand. Adim doesn't know what an armadillo is either.
I mean,
Armadillo.
it's a type of rodent, some might say.
it's kind of
Fair.
squirrel.
Imagine
Can you eat
a
it?
rock with
Yeah.
No, they have leprosy. Actually, you shouldn't eat them. They'll give you leprosy.
How far away are we from Messetti?
At least a couple days.
Yeah, we're like a week and a half, 2 weeks walking. We're trying to get to the other side of like North Imea.
I vote, of the two options, I vote we walk through this forest and dare anything to come near us and Danzig.
Well, and some of us could fly, which could be faster. We could go pretty quickly if we went in a straight line.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're
Versus
looking like
going
5
around.
days, friends.
No.
I just think if we try to sneak through the forest, it's going to take even longer.
And we
Agree.
did
I'd rather
we-
not delay.
we did better as a bigger group last time than we did sneaking through individually.
I kind of think, for better or worse, we might be some of the scariest things here.
Dean, were you
Most
down to
of
be
us survived
scared?
everything that's thrown at us so far.
So far.
I think
Dean?
it deems already scary looking. I don't think we have to worry too much about that.
Hey.
I don't know how threatening I
Looks
am.
at the session image. Yeah. Scary.
I am sorry.
I think
it was not my
Alyssa says hey and then immediately withdraws it.
idea. Like, I'm not sure how threatening I'm going to be to anything in this forest, but I mean, whichever we go, we're going to get attacked by something that wants something from us.
Yeah.
All right. If that's what y'all want to do, I'll follow you. I'll follow along. I guess we start out here in a moment, and I guess just make it work.
Okay.
What is
Right.
the logistics of Danzig carrying 3 people?
3's a lot.
Here's a lot.
If we stuck like
I mean,
Prisha, Jet, and Alyssa on him, the short people.
I don't really need to be on something because my wild shapes last for 4 hours. So in between long rests, 8 hours, I can be an animal that is fast enough.
Just typed in Danzig on D&D Beyond.
Sounds like you need a stat block.
Why
You
is
need to
it
make a
showing
stat
up,
block for
man?
just
Danzig
Danzig.
does need his own.
It's super weird.
I mean, we can walk
Prisha
too. I
can
just
wild shape.
No, I would say probably strictly 2. Yeah, I would say similar to horse stats in that regard.
could Ianthe's
Barb?
steed also hold 2 people, or we decided just because Titian's is larger, that's how it held 2 people.
I mean, technically, by the rules of the spell, you or a creature you choose can ride the steed. So, like, it's a little vague about how many, but I don't think.
I'll say if
I don't
it
think a lot.
specifically says something like that, we'll probably say, okay, it's going to be 1.
I mean, we could also walk. I'm just
The steed doesn't last for very long, so it's
It
not
also,
like
like, for the record, it doesn't make you guys go any faster.
Getting
Yeah,
a
but
steed?
I don't
it's
want to
less
walk.
tiring for us.
I
Right.
don't want to walk.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
no. Okay.
I'm sorry, Auntie.
Okay, so we'll walk.
I will just
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
walk at a
I guess.
normal pace.
Yeah.
Fucking get anything to come at us.
I guess when we're ready, Prisha, if you want to lead the way
Sure.
out of the forest.
Okay. You see as Alyssa kind of stands up, stretches out, and absentmindedly just pulls the fire from the fireplace out.
Yo, that's so cool.
What?
That's so
Well done.
cool.
Thanks.
It's like a little to-go cup. It's cool.
Ianthe, carrying over that same insight check. Alyssa did that so absentmindedly that she didn't even like. As you express like, wow, that was cool. She doesn't seem to like. She's not entirely sure like how she did that or what made her think that she could. Okay, well, everybody's standing around. Let's go get on. Let's all get on. Let's get on this cassowary.
Okay.
Everybody, get on your armadillos.
I don't want to waste a wild shape, but I'm gonna do it. I think Priscia's gonna turn into a little armadillo, and she's just gonna like hop walk with her little armadillo legs, and like keep up with the cassowary, and just kind of like look up at Alyssa, like, hey.
One thing real quick.
I guess would I have ever seen an armadillo?
That's a very good question. Okay. Live in forest or grassland habitats. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Okay, bet. I just see the trotting.
Yeah.
And it's not just an armadillo; it's a zombie armadillo, right? So like,
yeah,
It
what
is.
is
It
the
sure
undead
is.
flavor here?
Yeah.
It has like track marks on it because it's roadkill.
I really like because I mean, why else be an undead druid than this? Prisha, please describe to me what this armadillo looks like.
Yeah, this is a crusty little guy. I really am gonna latch on to Ianthe's description of roadkill. It almost looks like it has wagon marks. Like over the top of its shell, there's like a crack in the shell where the impact point would be. But it's moving around. It's like jaw or its like little snout has like a hole in it where like you can almost see its whole sinus cavity, and like it's like teeth, and its little like tongue is just like, it's because I think they have like, not to use the hummingbird analogy again, but they're long tongues, so I think it's just kind of like hanging out a little bit like a derpy dog.
That might be an anteater.
Oh, you know what? I think that you are correct. I'm gonna Google what
Armadillos have like a
Were you
longer
thinking of an
snout.
anteater the whole time? No, you
no,
said
they have
No,
longer.
no,
They have longer.
no,
They have longer snouts
no.
too.
I'm thinking of the guy. They have snouts.
And teeth.
I didn't say the
And
snout. I was saying the
teeth.
tongue.
No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
right. I
No,
googled
no,
it.
they said that. Man, what's
Don't
the
Google
point
armadillo
of?
tongue, by the way. That's upsetting.
I did exactly that. I mean, you know, what's the deal, anteaters? You're just basically furry armadillos.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think one of its ears is fully just missing. Yeah, but other than that, like I think its feet are in proper places. And Priscia's gonna thump her back legs a little bit as like a huzzah, let's go! Like we're ready. Hannah says that armadillos are armored possums, and I've never felt more seen in my entire
I like
life.
that a lot.
But not so armored that it didn't die via wagon wheel. In Priscia's like imagination of an armadillo, it's run over by a wagon.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, it's a little crusty guy.
The idea, and I swear we're not going to harp on this much longer, but the idea that the only undead armadillo, or the only dead armadillo that you've found, Priscia, is one that happened to be run over by a wagon wheel in a world where there's no roads is crazy. The chances.
The chances are nuts.
Yeah, they're nuts. So I love it.
Like
I love it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go with these astronomical chances.
I'm not knocking it at all. I like it a lot.
Great.
Where is Alyssa? Is Alyssa on something, or is she just walking?
If she can, if she can ride Barb, Like if Barb's the only creature we're bringing out, she can ride Barb.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily bring Barb out for Titian to ride, but just to have the option of, like, just to have the option in case.
Okay.
So
Cool. Alyssa kind of just like looks up at you as you're riding. Armadillos are disgusting.
No, it's just a Prisha thing.
I mean, they don't start off great, and that one definitely didn't finish good. So it's
Fair.
Yep. That's right, Barb.
Barb wants to eat it.
Barb keeps pulling the neck down from your reins, like wanting to get closer to it.
DM, can I ask a logistical question?
No, this is a time that we talk about armadillos and wagon wheels, and yes, please.
If we're on the map, where are we going? Like,
If you're on the map, where are you going?
yeah, are we going like? Because we were headed
Directionally.
west.
Gotcha.
We were headed west. Are we like backtracking, going east through the forest?
Yes, you
or
would
would we
now
be
be going
hitting the road?
northeast.
Okay, so then we. Okay.
Sort of northeast.
Yep. I mean, where you? I'll put this, Brandon. Where you think that you're coming out is about where you're coming out.
Okay.
So, as you guys are moving along, I'll say, go ahead and give me. I'm gonna roll a luck roll here, and everybody give me some perception checks.
God dang. If I could roll in the double digits, that'd be nice.
Perception 23 for Grian.
17 for Titian.
Perception 14 for Prisha. My passive is higher than that.
I mean, you are a dead armadillo close to the ground, so.
Oh,
16.
right. No, I have armadillo stats. Hold on.
You do, yeah.
It's a
I put up a second armadillo for you, Prisha. I think it's better.
How dare you?
Well, no, compared to my
cute.
first one. Compared to my first one, not compared to you.
Heard.
Oh, that's
What is perception?
good.
Wisdom?
That's real good.
It's worse. It's worse. We're gonna go with
It's correct.
She met her perception.
an 11.
Joe likes my zombie
I
armadillo.
like it a lot.
New session image. Get rid of the other
Oh
one.
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jack.
Hey,
These are the choices you make. These are the choices you make.
You let me play a zombie satyr. These are the choices you facilitate.
Great. Okay, cool. For those that rolled higher than a 15, you or 15 or higher, you which is who? Go ahead and raise your hands or chat out. Either way, I don't care.
me.
Cool. All right. So all three of the kind of like more wary ones that are not close to the ground. You notice that as you are passing by some of the trees, you see there is a I'd say about from who's leading the group, we'll say.
I imagine Prisha is, because they know where
The
we're going.
armadillo.
You know?
Yeah, cool.
You're all following a damn zombie armadillo.
Beautiful.
The blood trail is really easy to find.
Yeah, it's really
It's more like a
pretty
pus
easy.
trail, if I'm being
Yeah.
really honest
Also,
with
it's
you.
better because it actually stands out against the brush.
Very
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry,
so
Matt.
we'll say
You're disgusting.
we'll say Adeem and Titian. You guys kind of see this at the same time. Green, you notice here's what you guys say. About about 100 feet ahead, you notice that the trees themselves. First off, the trees themselves are getting shorter, more normal looking. Interestingly, having these like weird sort of crossovers between deciduous and coniferous trees. So there's some that seem to be actually starting to change color slightly. And one of the sort of like larger trees, I think, Titian, you look up and you see what looks to be something that you're very familiar with, given your race and the race that you've spent most of your life around. You see a little tail flick. Something pulls up to the canopy. Adim, you notice some brush kind of moving off a little bit. I'd say about maybe 50 yards or 50 feet over to your right. Right when you notice like Titian's head kind of snap up a little bit, and then Grian. I think you hear a very strange sort of like it reminds you of the sounds you hear sometimes when Titian's sleeping. This like kind of like weird like Titian's pawing at nothing.
Okay. Do you and in a lower tone? Do you guys hear that?
I just silently point over to where I saw. I'm nodding and pointing to where I saw the movement, and I'm pointing with my chakram.
Does it? Go ahead.
Titian's gonna pull out his sword, and you just see him looking up, and he just like he looks at you and he goes, starts a countdown.
Okay, just...
I'm ready.
Right.
You started it over. Wait.
3. Hey, fuckos! Are you friends or you foes out there? Make yourselves known. I don't know. That was a weird accent for Titian right there. I will acknowledge that.
Retcon.
You decided at that moment, like maybe this will sound a little more aggressive.
It's called not trying to shout too loud for your neighbors. Is what that is.
You see a very large figure jump from tree to tree. Let's say for those that are now paying attention, I would say give me a nature check.
For those that are paying attention,
The armadillo stats.
So everybody give me. I assume everybody heard that and is now looking around.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I shouted was because to give everyone a heads up.
I guess.
Got a massive 9.
I got
what, you say perception?
Nature, he said.
Nature.
I got a
Which I
3,
am
and I think Grian's just confused, like the Titian going like 2, 5, 3, 1, 5. It just like threw him off. He doesn't know what he's looking for or how much he's looking for right now.
Yeah, and it just shouts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a 14.
I retained my intelligence score. I was going to be like, oh no.
14.
14. Okay.
18 for Prisha. The
18.
the Prishadillo.
Prisha.
The one who can't communicate with anybody.
Well, I mean, so to be clear, Prisha 16,
18.
18, and then Tishian 14, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, cool. Anybody get around those marks? No. Okay, that's what I thought. Cool. Prisha, you see a creature that I think you've probably seen before in the forest. Something that you've tried to focus in on to possibly be able to copy its shape and just never really seem to get it quite right. Now, you have no way of communicating with the group right now.
Mm-mm.
You
Not
do
unless
know-
someone speaks animals is.
Yeah.
Gee, if
You
only
do know
someone
that
did know
there,
that.
whatever is up in those trees, you do know is, you know what it is, but I'm kind of referencing to you like what you'd be able to kind of like identify with the group, is something that is on the high side of dangerous if provoked. Not impossible for the group to be able to handle, but if there's more than one, it could be deadly.
I think Prisha's gonna keep walking, but she's gonna thump her legs really aggressively, like at Ianthe's walking next to the cassowary, I assume, with Alyssa on it.
Yeah.
Then Prisha will like kick out her hind leg at Ianthe and thump it. Just
Oh, what? Oh, right. And I'll cast Speak with Animals.
yeah, don't make that thing mad. Don't do it.
If you're casting Speak with Animals, Prisha, I'll tell you straight up, it's a displacer beast.
You don't make that thing mad. Don't do it.
I mean,
Okay.
Are you
I don't know
telling
if- I don't
Ianthe
know-
what it is?
I don't know if Prisha would know what it's called. Would she?
a
Would
good
anyone
point.
have been around to tell her what it's called?
I would say if you want to kind of explain it well enough that we could say above board, it's a displacer beast.
It's got like hands on its tails, multiple tails, and it makes you see things that aren't there, and then it like goes through trees.
Actually, that's kind of a
And
fun
it's kind
thing.
of cat-like.
Tishian with a 14, I think we'll kind of borrow that concept that Tishian actually also doesn't know what it's called, but I've seen them before.
I think
It's
I've seen
kind of
them
like
enough.
a more animal version of like a cat, but like meaner.
If I may, Joe, if I've seen this before, I'm just gonna throw a backstory thing in there.
Yeah.
I feel like I've probably seen it in like the fighting pits of Hossamall as like a thing.
Yeah.
Like an
yeah.
exotic creature brought in to fight. So
Yep. Very
shit.
like you know what panthers are, I would say. So it's like it's kind of coming along that sort of range, yeah.
oh shit.
Tishian.
Yes.
Quit yelling at it.
Well, y'all were the ones who wanted to be big and bad in the fucking forest. Like now you don't want to be big and bad now. Like
Thump.
That thing's bigger and badder, I think.
I know. I saw it take down 12 soldiers when I was 13 years old.
Thump.
What?
Just keep walking.
What is Prishadillo saying?
They say keep going.
Dean keeps going.
All right, let's Gran.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going, I guess. Are you okay? Did you want to fight the creature?
I think I'm okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you the only one in the party that wants to fight the displacer beast?
Gran, if you want to fight, if you have a taste for blood, we will do this right now. One of us will probably
We
die,
can do it. Too soon.
but we can do it probably.
I think I'm I think I'm okay. We can keep going.
Okay, everyone grins. Taste for blood has been satiated for the day. He does not want to fight it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, it's Grian's taste for
Uh,
blood.
You see,
Not
as
the
you
one that swallows squirrels whole and he swallows their bones.
as you continue forward, Prisha and Titian, I'll give you guys both this. Go ahead and both give me an animal handling check.
Oh, man.
I need a different die. This one is not doing well. And I throw it, but I have glass doors on the other side of me.
Ooh, it's the second worst roll I can make. It's a 3. How important is this roll, Joe? Is
A
it very
19,
important?
right? That's the less.
I mean- Yeah.
Did you roll a 2? Because I also rolled a 2. Can I
I
use
rolled
my
a-
inspiration?
Sure. Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
it?
guys.
Does it give me a reroll or is it an auto success?
No, reroll.
Okay. Okay. 15.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the druid ride this one out. I'm gonna save
Okay.
my.
Cool.
Oh, God.
Sweet. So Prisha, as you are moving along, you recognize, you now see the face of this creature, just kind of like looming in through the canopy of the trees. And you, Prisha, recognize the display that this creature is making is that it is not trying to hide from you. It is not trying to attack. It's sizing you all up.
Okay. I've got a logistical question
Okay.
for druids in animal shape. Do animals all understand a common language that maybe is not a spoken language, but is like a physical language? Is it kind of fair to say that for the most part, all animals kind of communicate in some sort of physical cues language?
I wouldn't fully agree with that statement, no.
Okay,
I think
great.
I think a lot of this is based on the idea of how you've seen predators work.
Okay. I wonder if a displacer beast is smart enough to realize I'm not actually an armadillo.
Now, when I say sizing up, I'm kind of giving Prisha kind of a clue of like, not sizing up Prisha the armadillo by itself. It's everybody.
Yeah. It's not directly in front of us. It's off to like the side over here as we're walking past, right?
You saw a rumbling in the Adim saw a rumbling in the bushes 50 feet away, and then this was 100 feet forward, which is now it moved about. I'd say it moved its full speed towards you, but in the canopy. So like jumping down, and then so it's now about 60 feet ahead of you, but is now peering through from the canopy, about maybe like 40 feet up.
Okay. I think Prisha's going to convey that to Ianthe really fast. It's not hostile yet. It's just watching and like observing us.
It's hostile.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not
It's
attacking us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's hostile.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah.
It's,
you get an idea
it's
that
big
like
mad.
there's like a level of like, hey guys, the bear might come charging at us. That's the level.
Hey Ianthe, the big scary thing might come charging at us. Do we need to maybe pivot?
I mean, I don't want to turn our back on it, that's for sure. I don't want to head towards it.
Titian, you hear a
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Is it the same?
Kitty.
I hear a very small. I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
No,
a very small
I'm
roar.
a human and I can't make that sound in my mouth.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure it's not. This is the situation I'm wanting to make
You hear
sure.
a snarling beast.
Sure. This is the situation I want to make sure, though. Is this a snarling beast protecting its young? That's what I was asking, really. The next thing I want to know is, are displacer beast fey or celestial? And or if they are, would Tishian know that? That's the thing I have to ask. I don't know much about displacer beasts.
I don't think you would know that. Like with the 14, you don't even know really what they are.
Okay.
Right?
All right. I'm just, it's about whether or not I want to try to pop a divine sense to see if there's more around us, like trying to flank.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. I will say there is something on your character sheet that I am kind of hinting at.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, everybody.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Tishian's
gonna
just die.
So this displacer beast is going, right?
Yeah.
I think the way I've been picturing it is Tishian's been riding Barb with Alyssa right in his lap, kind of, right? With his shield kind of above her. Tishian's going to literally stand up on Barb's back and like let out a daunting roar back at the displacer beast. And just sort of like flex. Again, he's shirtless. He is like covered in sweat. He is scars and just pure meanness right now, making himself big for this possible creature.
Beautiful. I love it. Yeah. What's the DC, sir?
DC is 15. Okay. Wisdom.
Okay. What? You see the one that is near you kind of like starts to kind of like lurk back a little bit. It's still able to be seen, is still able to see you, but definitely doesn't seem to move more towards you. And you see it kind of like look over off to a side and just goes, "Ow!" and then starts to kind of move away. And you, Adim, that same sort of like sound in the bushes, you hear the sound kind of move again as it sounds like it's moving away.
I let it.
Beautiful.
Right.
Cool.
So that's how. All right. Everyone, don't worry. I scared him with my muscles. Let's we shouldn't be seeing them anymore.
Ow.
Ianthe. What?
What?
What? You said ow or how?
What?
What?
Oh.
Tishian, what do you need?
Let's get out of these woods, I guess, more than anything. Are we just going to stand here, or like wait until they change their minds? Let's get on out of here, y'all.
Thump keeps walking. I'm sorry, not walking, scurrying.
Yes. I will say, as you see, I think what happens is because of where the trees are in my mind, you actually see it kind of like launch itself to another tree as it is now to like the left of you, letting you pass by. And Tishian, you see it eyeing specifically Prisha.
I want to keep eye contact with it, like cat eye to cat eye, as we are walking by. Even if it's looking at Prisha, like I want to just continue to stare it down as Barb keeps marching us forward.
See the tails is kind of like flicking
An
underneath.
armadillo was a bad choice for these.
Armadillo's a
words.
crazy choice for a forest, but yeah, I like it. Yeah, cool. So the day falls into dusk. I imagine you guys kind of take a moment to kind of like stop just for a bit to be able to, we'll say lunch sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
Take a little break.
now we're nearing we're at a spot of just starting sunset. I'd like everybody to give me a perception check.
I think Prisha's armadillo, which only lasts 4 hours, has at some point shifted back.
Cool.
The rot has fallen off, and she now has her normal satyr legs.
Oh, you just molted off of you.
I molted out of armadillo skin and just.
Oh my god.
15.
16 from Adim.
15
Natural
from Tishian.
20.
Norse.
Natural 20, Prisha. Wow.
I know.
For what?
I think you say a perception check?
Yeah.
Anything's
What's the
just
total?
in her head.
What's the total?
Oh. God. 27?
27. There you go. Cool.
Kay's like, that's not enough.
What?
The Kay's
The
just like,
nat
oh,
20,
nat 20's not
DM.
enough for you?
Nat 20's not enough? Crazy.
Jeez. I mean, normally it is. I'm just trying to figure out how much more I give you.
Cool. Almost 30.
Almost. You. I like it. Cool. So for those who rolled, I'll say a 16 or above. So I think that was a Deem. And is there anybody else? Nobody else?
Good. I had 15, exactly.
Great.
Same.
Awesome.
I got a 3, so feel free to let me know what I see.
I think you well. So the thing is when a armadillo loses its skin,
It looks like a
it's not
possum.
It's not a natural sight at all.
There's lots of schlorping noises that are really uncomfortable.
So I think you see
As
that,
and
then
bone
you
crunching
see-
noises as like femurs elongate and like
you see the ground
yeah.
as you're holding your mouth. Yeah.
yeah.
First off, I mean,
I'm sorry, that is horrible.
Yeah. Joe let this happen.
don't you dare.
Now, this
put
is I
this
am
on
be
me.
telling Prisha, like,
Don't
that
you
is
dare.
horrible.
Don't you dare. I will say, first off, with a 16, that means that a demon is the only one that's able to see what I'm about to describe. And then Prisha will have a little bit of extra on this. As I think, Prisha, you're not really noticing what a demon is noticing.
Okay.
As it's going to dusk, first off, I mean, perfect timing. As we go into dusk, Adim, you are pushing through one of the heavier sort of like lower branches and like kind of like pushing it up so that everybody can get through, including Tishian on Barb. And you look out ahead. And there's a moment that feels it's an odd feeling for Adim. The being on land has been an adventure to say the least, but really for the most part it's been a lot of hardships.
Mm-hmm.
The great thing about being underwater is that most of the time you're always able to see all the way up. What's above you? And since you've been with this crew under roofs, tall buildings, and now these trees that are harboring animals with multiple tails and cat eyes. It's all felt the same. So as you peer through, You finally see something that actually gives you hope. A little bit of joy, maybe. Relaxation, something. It strikes you in this moment because it is not water. But it kind of seems like that if you squint your eyes enough. So you see the end of the forest.
Oh, okay.
And grass, plains, as far as the eye can see.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Because Adim at this point is inherently doubtful of the world. Are we supposed to be out of the forest yet? Given what I know and what I've been told.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not a surprising thing here.
Okay, because I was like, oh god, it was messing with my mind. Adim will just stop for a moment and just smile. Then it won't be a broad grin because it's not yet water, like when he finds a lake or a river. But the idea that he can see around him soon, he just stops and smiles as people catch up to him.
Beautiful. I think I'll say this. Give me Adim, give me a religion check.
Okay. Wow. Nat 20.
Tell that story, Dice.
One of my worst rolls possible as far as pluses, and I got a nat 20, so there you go.
Beautiful. It's just the hint of a smile, and it's not the sea, but it's a way out. It's one less direction having to look for danger. And you hear a voice. And for the rest of you, anybody who's paying attention to Adim sees this moment where tattoos just glow just for a second. So you hear the voice say, "Sometimes there's more than one ocean."
Does it sound like a Shar? Okay, so I will activate my bracelet for Ianthe, and I just say, "Thank you, Ashar," so she can hear me saying it as my tattoos glow.
Cool. Yeah, I think you say it like just quiet enough that everybody sees the, like, anybody who feels like they're looking that direction, except for maybe Prisha, sees Adim's tattoos glow for a second. But Ianthe, you hear that for sure. Prisha, you see just off a little bit further, like, I don't even want to say west, really just left of the direct north sort of area of this opening. There you see there's something that doesn't belong in this display of vertical and somewhat cylindrical sort of shapes of trees and whatnot. It's very weird to see something that is box-like. But you see the shadow of something about maybe 20 feet long, Somewhere between 6 to 10 feet high. And it's stationary. Right in the edge of the forest.
And it's nothing that I feel like I've seen before.
Nope.
My instinct is to go and push it, like push at it. So.
Well, it's about, I'd say about maybe like 100 feet away from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a distance away. It's at the edge of the forest, which is still a ways off from you guys. But I would say only, it's a ways off as in like...
So it's a stationary, clear object?
It's a stationary box-like object. You see a shadow of it. Like the kind of like it's just black from your view.
Oh.
So imagine, right, a billion trees between you and it, kind of obscuring the view of it, but it definitely is something that doesn't belong in the forest.
I'm gonna expend my second wild shape to summon Fuff, and then I'm gonna use, I have a spell that allows me, I think it's Beast Sense. It allows me to see through Fuff's eyes. And I'm gonna send him toward it so that we can stay far away from it, but that he can just like run up to it, and as he gets close, I look through his senses. Not Beast Sense, it's oh snap, hold on. No, it is Beast Sense. I can see through its eyes and hear what it hears. So he's my little guy.
Okay. Do you mention anything to the party?
Yeah, we're not keeping secrets. Does anyone else see that thing that is like that in the tree? Does anyone else see that? As Fuff like scurries forward.
More trees? Yes, I see more trees.
Now that
More trees. Do you see that it's like square? Do you? And she's gonna like try to trace it with her finger in the air, but like that never works. It's just like, no, it's over there, and it's like, do you just like come stand where I'm standing, like right here, like Adim, like get shorter, and just like.
I think you're just looking at a shadow.
No, it's not. It's square. There's corners.
my distrust for the world is going to take over here, despite hearing Ashar, and I go down and try to look from her perspective.
Okay.
See, like right in between that tree that looks like a V and the other one that looks like a Q, like right in between them. See, like you gotta
Give me another roll.
Me?
No, Prisha, you're good.
Oh.
Me get another roll?
Yeah.
I had a 15 before, so okay. I just want to make
If
sure.
it's a nat 20, I'm gonna lose it.
I doubt it. With my rolls, you're looking at something very different. You said perception, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Not one.
That one. Cool.
That was the opposite of what we needed.
So here's I'll put a little bit of myself. I'll put a little bit of myself in this. You see Prisha continuing to trace a hand, but you're so certain that Prisha changes her shape every time she does that. Like every time it's a little different.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to follow along. And I'm like, maybe I just don't know common very well, but I don't see it.
It doesn't matter. As soon as Fuff, like, he's bolting, so as soon as he gets close, she's gonna be sense. Her eyes are gonna kind of glaze over and go black as her own senses. Go ahead.
Just want to make sure Fuff is bolting.
I mean, like, he's running towards it.
Right.
He's dashing, I
Cool.
guess.
All right, you got it. Cool.
It's
Awesome.
like 100 feet. I think his movement speed. I don't have a
You hear an immediate, "Ah!" and you see a blast of fire shoot from somewhere, and it shoots right at Fuff.
Hey! Priscia's gonna run. She's
Okay.
gonna run to her boy. Hey!
Okay, wait, before she does that, since I'm right behind her, can I grab her? Well, I see the-
Yeah, you can certainly try. Yeah.
Ow!
What do I just roll to hit? Am I just rolling to hit?
No,
it sounds like Priscia's
you grab me.
good with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you grab me. Just Fuff.
Fire bad.
Person going ugh.
That was a 13 to hit. I don't know if that hits your.
I don't
Your
think
land
Fuff
beast.
has a stat block. He is
You used a
familiar.
wild shape for it, right?
He's part of my wild companion. I have to expend a wild shape to summon him, but he's just a little guy. He's not a
Honestly, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, cool.
yeah, he's just a little spirit that assumes an animal form.
Cool.
He's
Yeah, I
like
think
a
you just
little
see
familiar.
Fuff. I think you just see Fuff come running right back to you.
Baby.
Can I
What is?
Do you
trace
want to?
where the fire came from?
Can
Yeah,
I-
I think at this point you're like, oh, you didn't trace it. You didn't chase it, right?
Oh, you mean
see,
that?
like, yeah.
The square?
That's more
Oh,
like
I
a
see that.
cube.
That's not what you were pointing at.
Yeah. But you don't see like where you see the structure. You don't see like any specific creature.
But we heard a voice. Go,
Yeah, you heard
"Ugh."
it.
Priscia's going to stomp defiantly. She's not going to run, but she's going to stomp defiantly and put her hand on her hip while holding Fuff in the other arm. Excuse me.
Are you yelling it?
Yes.
Cool. Let's say you guys are still about maybe 100 feet away.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about what the fuck just happened? I
Yeah.
mean-
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I mean, I don't think Tishine would personally let a member of the party get 100 feet away by themselves at this point.
No.
We just talked about like,
Jump
That's
in.
why
What
we
together.
are you doing?
Yeah.
so I guess
She's not
if
going
Priscia's
that
marching.
far. Yeah, I mean, like, she wouldn't go so far from, like, she wouldn't go 100 feet from the party, but she's gonna cross maybe a third of that distance and yell.
Let's put it this way: is everybody moving forward?
I will move forward.
Yeah.
She's
There
insisting
you
on
go.
moving forward. I'm
Yeah.
going with her.
There we go. Cool.
As we're walking, I went, Graham, what the hell is going on here? Do you know what's...
Bro, I have no fucking idea. We just talked about not leaving the party by yourself. I
This
have
is,
no fucking idea.
this is how tree houses come down, folks. Tighten shit up. Come on.
Understood.
do better.
But they've hit Fuff.
Who is throwing fire other than me?
Nobody.
Throwing fire. I mean, I can.
Okay.
Can you?
You guys move forward,
Yeah.
and you hear the sound of what sounds like a. It has the distinct sort of rickety, spring-loaded
Oh no.
sound of a of a screen door opening up. And you see a figure step out from the darkness of the forest. Oh,
Who the fuck is this?
sorry. Was that your pig?
Yes, that was my pig.
Still okay. It looked very scary.
It's this big.
It was
She's gonna
running
hold
very
him up.
fast. I don't like things that are small but move quickly. You see the figure kind of is moving towards you. Puts a hand up. with his like kind of like weird like robes. You see, he puts a hand up, and you see like just a very small bit of yellow light kind of appears around, just illuminating like just a little bit of his face.
He's got like that scary underlight.
Yeah, as the figure kind of comes moving closer.
As he moves closer, Titian's gonna put himself in front of Alyssa to sort of block her.
You got it. Comes a little closer. You start to notice the features of this figure are rather small, but bulky. As you see this big, gigantic beard, and very bushy eyebrows. As the figure comes forward and goes, "Oh, seems we've got off on the wrong foot. Hello, forest figures."
Hello,
no.
forest
Other
figure.
forest figure.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we're just
sorry.
we're just passing through you. What?
What?
What's happening? Sorry.
Who are you?
My name is Ruvel Comet. I'm a.
It's a goddamn dwarf name if I have ever heard one.
I am a writer and historian of sorts. Apologies. I like I said, I didn't mean to hurt your fuff. Is that what you said?
She's gonna hold him out like in like sandwich.
Oh.
Apologize. He's got like little tusks and he just looks mad.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Alright.
Please forgive me. In payment for my well, you know, in my defense, it's a wild creature coming out of the forest. It is it does make sense to attack. No?
I mean, that's fair.
Your apology is accepted.
Fine.
Thank you.
Well, please. It looks like you're heading out to. I have food and a fire.
I think Green's gonna look at everybody and just kind of get that look like, do we trust this guy?
Dee's looking at him like, no, we don't.
No.
Are
The
you?
figure
And
kinda
looking
looks
at him
around,
like, I
looks
think
around
we
at
could-
everybody and goes, "You can trust me."
Are you this friendly with everybody?
That's a very existential question. I guess no would be a good
I mean, I gotta do it. I'm gonna do a subtle spell detect thoughts.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Cool.
Just above board, I still don't think Adim knows you can do that.
Great.
That's amazing.
Cool. Yeah, surface thoughts. You hear, just hold the light steady. They're buying it. You're a very powerful wizard.
Okay. At that, I'll catch Green's eye and just be like, yeah, we're okay.
As you hear that, also, Anthony, I'll say, give me an Arcana check.
This might be my new favorite NPC since, you know, we killed Tomb and all.
You did not kill Tomb.
You said Tomb was alive. You couldn't kill that young man.
You did not kill
about
Tomb.
His
Dealer.
grandmother.
Stop trying to send people after me.
15.
15's great. Cool. As you see him holding this light that is just, it's not a light that he's holding, it's just that his hand is illuminated and it's held to his face. Ianthe, you recognize that this isn't a magical spell. There's something attached to his wrist that's giving off the light, but he's trying to make it look like he's holding a spell.
Well, I think I think I can speak for everyone when I say we would be honored to be welcomed by such a powerful wizard.
Oh, this old thing shakes it out. Oh, it's a lot darker. Anybody else want to? Or I could
I'll do
that
dancing light.
spell again. Okay, great. All right. Well, so let's get you out of the dark forest to some natural and magical light. Oh, please follow me. He turns and walks away, kind of like doing the dwarf thing.
Are we actually?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Walks about 10 feet, turns around and goes, this way.
Okay.
Okay. Grian will follow him.
Dean is following him to the party, but I'm having flashbacks of our fiery friend, so I still have a very cold look on my face.
Yeah. Tell me,
Yeah, no part of Prisha wants to do this.
are all of you from the material plane?
Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
All right, well,
Is that a question you ask of your house guests often? And also, is the answer frequently no?
no, well, it's a leading question, so apologies for that. But also, oh yes, just over here. And you guys, first off, there's a moment of like, there's this weird sort of like sighing moment as you have moved out from the canopy, out to this like open sort of grass plain that you can see that seems to kind of extend downward to this like sort of small valley that goes out. I was just here researching some. Some would say history. I would refer to it all as current events of the past. I'm still working on it. Anyways, we're over here. And you see this rather odd-looking wagon, carriage, I guess we could say, somewhat cylindrical, but in the shape of from where you were seeing, looks to be this like long extended, like is the box thing that you saw at the edge of the forest. You notice that there is something very large and metal on the front of it, and you do not see any horses. Just up there, right there. Did you know that there was actually a village here at one point in time?
How far away from Messetti are we?
Days, like
Okay.
5 days.
Heard. Okay.
I didn't know that. I'm actually not from this area, so I'm not
Stops,
familiar with
turns
it.
around, faces you. Where are you from?
South of here, along the coast. Dare's Wharf.
Well, there's a lot of. You're from Diswolf? Like born in Diswolf?
This guy is so like low key.
Yeah.
I think outside of Dare's Wharf. Spent most of my life there.
Understood. Right. Well, yes. Well, it's this is a place that is not well documented. So, some people have found, like myself, have found it as a good way of collecting knowledge of historic past or current past. Again, still working on a title for that. And putting it all into one resource for everybody to be able to understand and enjoy. Kind of like a map, but with words.
Like a history book.
Yes. Oh, great. Okay, good. I wasn't, you said Dare's Wolf, and I've met a couple people from Dare's Wolf, and I just,
Our friend Jet would just love you.
He's
He's sleeping. He's sleeping on Tishian's back right now.
He's
but,
not sleeping on Tishian's back.
so your cart, are you some sort of like artificer or something?
Wizard.
Wizard, okay. We had a friend that did something similar because it moves without horses.
Yeah, it was very
Ingenious.
interesting.
Yeah.
Ingenious.
Walks a little bit closer up to. How did you know that?
Because I have a friend who did something similar with another cart.
And there are no horses nearby.
He's
I
a bit of
move to the back of the party. I move away. I'm not leaving the party. I'm moving to the back of the group.
Cool. And what was their name?
Bixeldan.
Is their name?
Pixeldown.
Bixeldan, he's alive. It is.
Where?
He's in.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Grant, pal, you're asking a lot of questions, and it's getting a little fishy in here. What's good? What would you want with our friend?
What's good?
Yeah, what's good?
What?
What? Why are you being so nosy? You're getting why are you asking all these questions? That doesn't give you the right. Just because you're a scholar doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. Like, I'm trying to figure out why you're asking so many questions.
I apologize. No, I wasn't trying to be. Again, just for clarifications. Again, there was a small, a small creature moving very fast towards me, and that's we started off on the wrong foot, and maybe that is my fault, and maybe that is.
I'm sorry. We just had some bad times with strangers, so we're just a little on edge.
Oh,
so.
Sure. My name is Rivera Gomet. I am a renowned wizard and historian and scholar and amateur herbologist.
Can I throw an insight check to just see if he's lying? And if he is lying, how much of this is a lie?
I'll let you throw an insight check to whether or not he's lying or not.
Okay.
While that inside check is going on, Adim's tattoos glow gold.
Can Prisha kind of lean back to Adim and just be like,
it's because Adim, you said you were in the back. Oh, that's interesting. And literally tries to kind of maneuver. I assume you guys kind of push him back.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just
I am reaching back out to Ashar to see if he'll answer me. And my mental question is, do you know this individual? And I don't know if I'm going to get a response at all, but the timing is just weird.
You don't get a response.
Okay.
Prisha's going to float backwards toward Adim and just be like, is this what talking to me is like? It's so intense.
Without
how would you get?
Adim just
23.
23? Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah. All right. Hey, buddy, I don't care if your name is Neville or Thoreau. I don't care. But
it's Rivera.
I'm gonna need you to start telling the truth right now because we've been through it, and the last thing we need is walking into a situation where we don't know what's happening. Hey, Rivera, look at me. I need you to start telling the truth. We're not buying it.
Okay. Well. Am I under some sort of arrest?
No, but you invited us into your home, and you've been lying to us this whole time.
I beg your pardon, I have never,
And you've been asking us questions about people we know and where we've come from, in some circumstances, that could
You
feel
see him-
threatening.
You see him step up closer to you and is now just looking straight up at you.
Mhm.
You may choose to not abide by my company. That is up to you.
Okay.
Well, now, we don't need to be unfriendly. Rivet, I apologize for our trepidation. We've recently lost a friend, and it's made us a bit wary of things in the forest, people in the forest. But we are civilized, looking at, like, staring daggers at everybody. And we are grateful for your hospitality.
Well, at least.
Perhaps we just leave specifics out of it for now.
Understood. For clarification, I have not really gotten any of your names, so you do have mine.
We do.
Sounds like that was a mistake on your part.
It's too bad. I guess I will be sharing this chicken with myself.
Chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken?
Mhm.
My name's Prisha. Hi. That was
Oh,
Fuff
oh.
that you blasted with fire.
That was Fuff that came running out after me.
He wasn't running after you. He was running to see what it was because it was strange that it existed in the
Well,
forest.
he has tiny legs and moves very quickly.
He is the least scary thing in this forest.
I have no doubt of that.
My name's Grian. Nice to meet you. And he'll hold his hand out to shake it. Not necessarily super enthusiastically, but kindly enough.
Pleasure.
Titian's gonna look down. Titian's gonna look down and he's gonna go, "My name's Titian, and I might be the most dangerous thing in this forest."
Hell yeah.
And he's just gonna take a step back and just keep looking right at him.
My name is Ianthe, and I'm apparently the only one of us that believes in manners.
Yes.
To be fair.
Apparently.
I believe she's right, but my name's Adim.
Just give me one. Give me one. What's going on there? Looking at Adim.
He looks around like he's not sure what he's talking about.
This the
Your
glowing
tattoos?
Tattoos.
Oh.
Yes, tattoos. Yes.
It's a thing he does. It's like protective runes.
Oh, I know.
They're
all
a gift
about
from my
them.
father.
Your father tattooed you as a gift?
Seems that way, yes.
Interesting. Well,
Oh, you can't tell me you've never met a strange family.
no, I can't.
I mean, if you don't mind, we could go have a seat and we can kind of just chat and kind of get to know each other a little bit better.
Yes. I will, I'm going to go check on Ethel. And then I will come back out. But feel free to gather around the fire. I have the spit roast there, but to be honest with you, have at it. The chicken's all done and ready to go. I will be right back.
Oh, who's Ethel?
Oh, points to the carriage.
Your
Does
carriage
she
is not.
talk?
What? No, it's actually a very common thing for humanoid figures to name inanimate objects that they feel some connection to.
Oh, like ships.
Exactly, like a ship.
Adim, didn't you name your ship?
No.
So, Redeem, you were on a you were in a ship.
That's great.
It's great.
Sorry.
Jim isn't laughing.
Well, I'll let you. I'll cut the awkward silence there. That let me just go check on her. Looks at Titian. And I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Feel free to make yourselves comfortable. And you see him open the screen door. Then he just walks in.
We are so awkward.
So awkward. So awkward.
Yeah, I think I immediately turn to all of them. What the hell is the matter with you?
You're the what? You're the one that.
What did I do wrong?
Why are you accepting dinner invitations from strangers? I don't understand.
I agree that you're the only one with manners, and I gave him my name. What else do you want from me?
You guys hear inside.
I was making friendly conversation after the accusations.
You guys hear just inside. They believe it's fine. It's fine. You just do what you're a grand wizard. You're a grand wizard. Anybody need tea?
Tea would be lovely, thank you.
I'll take a cup if you got one.
Great.
Did you just say a cuppa?
Yeah, dude.
Irish bitch.
It's fine. Let the Lunas laugh at me now.
Have the what?
Beard's gonna sit down around the fire.
And you all sit and take a moment listening to the slight ramblings of this old dwarf as we fade out, and we'll take our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10.
This is chaos.
And we are back. So, as Rouvert Gomet, self-proclaimed historian, wizard, of course, author. So he's making tea. You start to hear the sound of a far-off storm making its way towards you quickly. Hear the. So you see Rivere kind of push up. Oh, well, it's a good thing we have this. Hold on one second. Everybody, watch your head, especially you, big one. And you see this awning kind of extend out and move just past to cover over the fireplace.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a good thing I'm here, because you would have had to. Well, I mean, you'd have to go back in the forest.
Yeah, we've
Right back
definitely.
with
Forest
the tea.
isn't so bad.
Oh, all right.
So
Okay.
it's raining. Is that?
Yes.
I step out of the awning. I'm like, I just take one step out of it, so it's hitting me.
Yeah. He goes back in to make tea.
I mean, that was nice of him, I think.
Yeah.
I think we could sit here for a bit.
I think he's more scared of us than we are of him. So that's why I wouldn't say I trust him, but I'm not afraid of what he'll do.
You think
Kind of
he's
weird.
You think he's scared of us, but he just bowed up to me. So that's your saying.
Yes, because you were being nasty to him.
He's lying to us. Why are we sitting here and trusting this guy?
I lied to him. We don't know him. We're keeping details out of it. But that doesn't mean
What do you think he's lying about?
Anything.
he's not a wizard.
He's not?
No,
not?
How did he do the thing?
I'm not entirely sure. Bix was better at stuff like this, but there was some sort of light, and it sort of made it look like it was on his hand, but it wasn't on his hand. Or it was, I don't know. But I read his thoughts, and
Oh,
trust me, he's very nervous about us. So we don't need to
he
be.
should be.
Yes, but we don't need to be unnecessarily cruel or rude.
Okay.
Wasn't there a
We can be
conversation that just
civilized
recently
about
came
anything.
on the idea of whether or not you guys are the bad guys or not?
I didn't say that we're dangerous, like intending to be dangerous. I said he should be worried about us. You should be worried about anybody that you randomly meet in the forest and aggress immediately.
Okay.
I mean,
I
the
am
owners.
morally neutral.
We can stick up for ourselves if we have to.
Sure. You're
And
worried
I-
about his well-being. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Obviously.
Less than 48 hours ago, Titian was thrown off an elevator. So it's like, I think we have the right to be a little bit like suspicious.
A little
here.
bit angry.
100%. Yeah. In this moment, he kicks the door open, goes and just loudly proclaims, "Tea!"
Ah,
Oh,
I made it with magic, of course. That's what it does.
okay.
Thank you.
Does he have a cup for himself?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Titian will take a cup.
Adim takes a cup. Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay. Now we're all sitting having tea.
Adine takes a cup and still staying in the rain, and uses shape water so none of it falls in the tea. I just got moves around it.
Ah, fellow magician can always see a fellow magician from afar. Cheers. So, where were you all when you heard Tall?
Who's tall?
This takes a drink.
That was
Why? Hold on.
The
Hold on.
civilized conversation.
no offense, but that's a bit of a weird question.
Okay.
What's tall?
He's
Do you remember that voice?
Do you remember the pink?
Months ago?
You would have heard that voice if that slipped through the cracks, Prisha. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Play along
so
for now.
okay, so there was a moment where the sky went pink. And
Oh yeah, we should probably just fill K in.
Right. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. There's
Yeah.
a moment where the sky went pink, and like a voice was heard to everybody across. As far as we know, Imea, it could have been Abravar too. But he basically like laid out his manifesto to the world, and is basically not public enemy number one, but like he would be given enough time.
Yeah.
Like
He's hunting
the
down-
Voldemort
hunting down-
to like everybody else.
Hell
He's
yeah.
hunting down the rods and the wombats.
Yeah,
Specifically Wilbur.
What the fuck did the wombats do?
it's wombat stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Prisha stuff, but slightly different.
Just short.
Having
yeah.
tea.
Involved.
So
So I'm gonna let Brandon go. Sorry.
no, like, so that's the instance in which he's referring. We as a group have had an interaction with Tall personally, but like
Yes.
It didn't go great.
no, we lost a player.
I'm truly shocked.
Wow, okay. Everyone else-
I've met this party. I'm truly shocked that didn't go well.
yeah, again, okay.
It could have gone worse.
And
Thank
harsh.
you.
No, it's fine.
Damn.
It's fine. We just lost the player character. It's cool.
Oh, bummer.
Only two
Bummer, bro.
All right, task at hand. Task at hand, everybody. Come
Trying.
on.
I'm trying.
Okay,
I give up. It's you guys.
Brandon, you talk. You said you made a statement. You said something to the effect of like, "Wow, that's a bad way to start a conversation," or something like that.
Yeah, pick it up from there.
Oh, well, I can tell you where I was.
Please.
Wow. Yeah.
Where were you?
Where were you?
I was in the one place that didn't hear it.
Where?
The Feywild?
A city south of here called Ariskar.
Ariskar didn't hear it.
It's a beautiful city. It's built into the Paya Mountains. You should really go sometime. It's very lovely. There's a large school there that is very uppity about their... Yeah, I was in Ariskar.
I take it you don't work for the school then?
No.
Do you-
I let them down.
Does the name Gwyncelli mean anything to you?
Sure.
Yeah. Or are you on good terms with her, or do you work with her?
Well, I don't work for the school, so...
Oh, so just friends then, I reckon.
From my understanding, she's not the type of person that keeps friends.
Well,
Okay.
that must be that must mean a lot to you since you're one of our few then, huh? She's just like looking at him a little bit.
That's my favorite cup you're holding.
Do you want it back?
Just be careful with it.
I'd hate to drop it and, upset one of Gwyncelli Mortimer's great friends.
With that, how long have you been here in this forest?
Oh, well, just a couple of days. I'm on my way to a city long forgotten, as many places around. I'll get to that in a second. But has anyone heard of a village called Miracle?
I think for that, you'd notice like Grian taking a sip just like stops, and he's gonna go like super pale.
Miracle?
Miracle. It's funny when you talk about the history of many things that had started and ended here. Everybody's mind kind of goes a little blank. But yes, there was a village called Marigold just over that ridge. Now no more.
Why are you studying there?
I've answered a lot of questions so far.
Yes.
I'd like to get one answered. Where were you when you heard the voice of Tal?
Guys, where were we when we heard that voice?
We were near Ravens Rock.
That was within the last
Where
4
were you
years.
Oh, that's right, because we were running from Ravens Rock.
Yeah.
That's right. And then
Ravens
we were
Rock.
in the woods, and it happened like right after that.
I think
That's right.
maybe 2
Right
weeks
after we
ago,
got out of the
for sure.
mountain.
We were in the wilds of North Imea, basically. Yeah.
I was in the woods.
I think we lost Joe.
Did Joe freeze? That's such a good
Oh wow.
That's really intense. Oh,
Oh goodness.
It's very intense, yes.
That's really good.
Very good. It's very good face.
If you're not screenshotting that, Prisha, you need to be.
Oh, God.
Just
Very
go
good.
back on the stream. Just go back on the stream, and we can screenshot it.
Good.
Oh man.
I could do that. Give me like 2 seconds.
I'm sorry I keep antagonizing him, y'all, but at the same time, like, it's also kind of fun.
you're mean.
Well, he said he was in Aeroscar, and I think Titian only knows canonically 2 things about Aeroscar. They're the enemy of the Roar, which is not a bad thing, but they're also kind of problematic because they're, I think, trying to invade the North. And 2,
They're part of
Quincelli
the
Mortimer. Well, they're technically from the South, taking up occupation of the North. And then 2, I think Quincelli works there.
Oh yeah,
in
no,
Aeroscar.
no, you're dead on with that.
So yeah.
Oh,
I got it, guys.
there we go.
Welcome back, Joe.
Okay.
The freeze frame was really good.
Thank
It was
you.
very good.
So where were you?
We were talking about where we were.
We were in the mountains, I believe.
Yes.
No.
You know, something that I've pondered for many years and it started this journey. I've asked around to so many figures now that I truly found it funny to hear the same answer. Would you all know of a group of beings called the Living Light?
Ooh.
Now,
Above board, I feel like we've heard about this.
so above board,
Yeah.
no, that was when we were fighting Tal, he
Oh.
mentioned it because it was his daughter's.
From Hilda is one.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. Because like we talked about it after the game, so it's hard to
Right.
like differentiate.
Right, I want to make sure, but he did say that in game when we were in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because that's when we were with Mongoose Crew.
yeah.
I think
think
there's
still
a
looks
there's a
stoic.
good chance that you got the idea that Tall is a living light.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
We've heard of them, we've heard of them, about it, the subject.
So many respond in kind. Oh yes, we've heard of that. Many years ago, a problem quickly repaired.
Honestly, not that long ago.
No. No, Korean. Not that long ago. In fact, you couldn't say that it is more than 2 generations ago. And yet, we have such little information on what happened.
No, we mean like 2 months ago. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up now.
I
Sorry.
know. I think it was literally like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks.
No.
Deep says from the rain.
What are you guys talking about?
When we were in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, that was like 2-3 weeks ago, max.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think Adim said no. It's more like 2 weeks ago.
To what? I'm confused.
When we found out and interacted with Living Light.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, the living light is something that was a giant thing that happened many years ago.
Oh,
But not that long
We know
ago.
that. All we know is we heard about it 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I would say,
or do we? Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that there's like, and it truly depends on like your character. Like I think a Deem would know much less than the others.
okay,
But
yeah,
anyone who has any sort of like attachment to history, which would be, you know, like this is like one for Nathan to miss is rough.
Thought that too.
The concept of the living light, these beings that came and crash landed down, the only sort of like recollection of them is that it happened sometime around 150 years ago. So what Rouvert is saying, that's not a long time ago for there to be no information about them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let me get back to it. Sorry.
Strange.
I suppose it ought to be.
When something comes down from the sky and changes the world for a time, historians come out of the woodwork to learn everything, to write things down. There's nothing that I have found in my years of research. And so, at a certain point, I gave up. Until finding out recently.
Finding out what?
That there was a living light that went by the name of Tall. He is in some sort of history books sort of thing, not under the name Tall, mind you. But it's clear that it is him. So, I ventured off in search for answers. That's why I'm here.
And that's why you're researching the current past.
Yes. Well, when you look at Marigold, a village that was brutally taken apart years ago, there are stories of what whomever it was that destroyed the village, rumors of something they were looking for, something that revolved around the concept of, dare I say it, the living light.
I
Do
think
you
Green's can.
suppose?
Oh, go ahead.
Do you suppose there are those who are still living light here in Imea even today, living in secret?
If you believe the stories, no. They were all sent away.
I think Green's gonna put his cup down. The shards, what you're looking for, those are gone. They've been long gone for years.
Puts down his tea. I knew there was a reason that the little piglet scared me into bringing you into my home. I knew there was a reason for that.
I was here when there when the town went up in flames, and those pieces of living light are gone. I can tell you where they are, but they're not here anymore. And you might not survive the journey.
I would be very much interested in knowing where my path ends.
There's a group called the Burning Croft. They came to the town in search of those. They looked like meteorites, and they, like that nice palisite crystal, and he made sure that no one was left alive to find out he had them. But everyone except for me. And I think that was a mistake.
Excuse me for a moment. You see him get up, look around. What do you need for refill?
I'm all right, thank you.
I'll take another.
Takes your cup, walks in.
Green, are you okay?
I'll.
We don't have to talk about this. We could leave.
No, I mean, I kind of told you all about it last night.
You did.
But that's.
I didn't realize we were so close.
I didn't either. I've never really traversed the woods, so I didn't know where we were coming out. But the guys who took it are dangerous. They burned everything to the ground. There's
We
nothing
met
left.
some of them, didn't we?
Lucan, yeah, that's the middle brother of the Burning Crofts leader.
I remember him well.
Yeah, kind of an asshole. A little crazy.
Well, he did stab me, so
Yeah, details. But that's what they thought they had, were pieces of living light, and you'd be amazed at what people would do to get their hands on them and make sure no one else did.
Where would they have taken them?
Probably back home to their place in Eriscar. Not
Ugh.
Eriscar, sorry. Azumare.
In this moment, kicks open the door. Burning Croft, a raider group comprised of various figures from different backgrounds, currently known to be connected to a group of beings that call themselves the Hand, that exist in Azumare under the direction of a Sahib.
That is impressive. I didn't know most of that.
I am a historian, and a scholar, and a wizard.
Right.
The wizard.
I mean, I can tell you if you're going after them, you had best be prepared. They slaughtered hundreds of people like it was nothing. They burned all homes down, sometimes with the children in it, just to torture the parents before they killed them next. Um, they're not good people, and they're not bad people. They're ruthless to a point. So if you think you can handle that, I mean, there's someone there I wouldn't mind seeing again. I've got some words to speak, but some apologies to amend.
Hands you your tea. I am truly sorry for your troubles that you've endured.
Thanks. If you're headed to Marigold just to check it out or whatever you need to do, there's a tree. It's probably about 4 years old now. That's where my parents are buried from. So if you need a place to lay your head, I'm sure that'll provide a nice place.
Well, I appreciate the offer, and I'm sure it is a glorious tree. I'm actually done with my findings then. Where to next is the question. I don't believe my manners or personality would bode well in Azumare. I imagine I will venture further north. But I do have some information that I guess you can call it an opinion, but based in some form of educational findings. And I apologize if this makes you feel this gives you any sort of all for nothing sort of vibe. I don't think that is real. The concepts of the living light are that living light. The possible findings of those shards are most likely from possibly from the same impact. And maybe they carry some magical weight, but no, I am looking for answers as to why no one remembers Korea. Think about it. This couldn't be more than 150 years ago. Not a single being, elf, dwarf, other magical beings that last for a long time. No one holds any recollection of it?
I mean, there might be one place to go, at least, that might have record of things long past. But if you can find it, that's up to you.
What place is that?
And the other one might have records for a lot of stuff.
Ah, yes, yes, another living legend, as it were. I do
Not, not,
believe in the tales for sure, but
not so much legend, but just hard to get in.
you continue to impress me. What do you know of the Elven City?
Not much. I spent only a brief period of my infancy there. If that tells you anything.
Forgive my candor, but I cannot help but notice the lack of triangular ears.
Yeah, that's been a thing in the past 48 hours. That there's a little bit of skepticism on there, but I've got this, and he'll pull out his pendant and be like, "That's all I know and all I have." I had a baby basket too, but that burned up in the destruction of Marigold, so along with everything else I owned. And I'll tell you another thing too. I think no matter where you go, you're going to find a bit of danger. I mean, I think the rest of us can, or at least four of us can speak to, if you're going to stare tall in the face, be prepared not to die or to die, however you feel about it.
I don't recommend it.
You... How? Where?
Words escape me. So I keep wanting to say underworld, but it's not underworld.
Shadowfell.
Thank you.
The Shadowfell.
Yeah, he killed a friend of ours.
Shadowfell. In all of my practice wizardry, I've not been able to master planar travel in that way. Well,
I don't recommend that place either.
Same.
What it's worth.
yeah, I've not heard great things.
Yeah, I'd sooner recommend going in those woods by yourself than going there.
Yeah.
Well, if Fuff is a glimpse of what's to come, no thank you.
You're snuffling in the back, just. I can't snuffle, but
Trying to bring a bit of levity. Well, Grian,
just
thank
pops
you.
up.
Grian, thank you for your... That is useful information, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't talk about it often, so I'm glad those memories can help somebody.
Well, it's a start. It's another arrow pointing in directions I cannot go. What about the rest of you? Any insights or just information that you would imagine needs to be recorded? Very well. So, looks at Ianthe and goes, "What's your favorite cantrip?"
Ooh, I'm particularly fond of prestidigitation.
And yet her hair looks like that. I don't know.
Oh, that is. Wouldn't your hair looks lovely, dear?
Thank you.
Yes.
I will cast prestidigitation and give Grian a mustache.
A bigger mustache? Because he's got...
I would do it
It's
too, but I
green.
don't want to put a hat on a hat.
So this Ethel is quite impressive. Did did you create her?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
And you've been traveling with her for long? Just you and Ethel?
Outside of Hariscar, made a pass at. We went the long way around, stopped at a couple of places that were on a map that apparently some were more difficult to get to. Well, stopped at Karas just for a second and immediately left. Creepy place. Not a fan. If you haven't been, I don't recommend it. Also, turns out that even though it is clearly defined on a map as if somebody has been there before, Farah is leagues up in the air on a cliffside. And
You could call it far away. Yeah.
Damn it, Chelsea. You stole it.
That's good. That's good. Yes, it was quite far away.
Nah.
Oh, it's funny,
that.
but seriously, I spent wasted so much time going there.
Was it a fruitful visit?
No, not at all. I saw nothing
No?
but Aarakocra that I tried to communicate with, and I tried to communicate with that seemed to, have a very specific language that I did not speak, or they just didn't want to communicate with me.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, is that city that's kind of like
Yeah, we've been there.
yeah, right? Is
No.
that no?
Oh, okay.
Farah
Where did we
is
go?
the. Oh wait, no. Yes, you have.
Yeah. We went there
Farah
after
is
the
the like Aztecian sort of city. In the
Yeah,
south.
yeah, that's a great way to describe it. Yeah, yeah. Is that place that's like pyramidy kind of buildings?
Oh, yes,
Little,
yes.
little yellow in
It was
color.
lovely there. I mean, we went
That's
there for long.
oh. They how?
Yeah, I think a friend of ours
Magic.
got us in.
Yeah,
Magic.
magic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
1,000,000%. I can't remember.
You
No,
must
yeah, the portal let us through. Like they.
The portal from the Shadowfell got us
That's
there.
right. I knew it was
Oh.
after the show. So.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. So magic, and I could have probably done the same, but I kind of got the feeling that I didn't have as much, natural charm and charisma as your large friend here. I, I don't think I would have been as warmly welcomed. So I decided to move on. And I spent some time in Messetti for a little bit.
What were you doing in Messetti?
I was trying to. Typically when you have a mystery of the thing, it's often found to be lost in anything that would be written text, but sometimes you would be able to hear it retrieved down from word of mouth. Well, the words on their mouth was we want to eat you, and you should leave.
Listen, the people in Messetti were trying to eat you? Is that,
I mean, I wasn't fully understanding of their language, but some of it was rather violent in a way.
Yeah.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
I think everybody turns to Prisha. Prisha's not made it clear how dangerous Messetti is.
Right, we're like,
Listen.
I'm like, where?
So hold on. Are cannibals
Look,
running Messetti
no,
now, Prisha, or
no. I said there were a couple different tribes of people.
One of which is
Um,
cannibalistic in ways.
one of which that's like the one over there, but the one like in the middle is cool.
mm, mm-hmm.
And when you
do
said
that?
they don't like each other, does that involve
Sure might.
eating each other?
I am not privy to the um specifics. Maybe.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
What's your name?
Prisha.
Prisha. Prisha, I spent a little time there as I heard tales of something that, from rough translation, was referred to as the Great Horned One. That doesn't have any correlation to
She
you,
just
perhaps.
like covers her horns.
Okay, well, that's an unequivocal yes. Okay, interesting. You are a very strange group, and I feel very lucky and alarmed.
Hold on. You saying hold on? Prisha's the great. Hold on. What's this great horned one that you heard about? What's going on there?
Well, if it's the same
Well,
person, they kind of worship her like a god.
Hold on. This thing. Hold on. We're traveling with a god who.
well,
Her?
I think she's cuddling Fuff. He's just like in her
Hold
arm.
on.
I
The
just asked the
person.
question. She was the one that covered her horns. You all saw it.
The person that was an armadillo 2 hours ago is a god now.
She was an armadillo 2 hours ago.
Oh
It
yeah.
was an armadillo 2 hours ago.
Oh, magic, right? Yes.
hmm What kind of? Hold on.
And is that
Um.
familiar magic to
What kind of god is the great horned one? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
you?
He's
What did
talking
they say
to.
about it?
Talking to Revere.
Yeah, talking to Rivera.
Yeah, what did they say about it?
What do they say about Mitt?
Yeah, what do they say about it? You know,
Mm.
Messetti and pronouns and
What do they-
mit, may, them, me, she, or
It's smooth.
me.
Possessive pronouns based on the city you were born in is interesting. I have no knowledge of this. Well, I mean, clearly, I don't know. Clearly, you're asking the wrong person. But from my understandings, it seems that it was a sort of like a coven witch sort of thing, giving gifts and in return finding that their luck has run well, and none of their babies have been eaten by the or taken by the mysterious forest that be. It looked very much like a forest, just like this.
So, but the great horned one was protecting the babies from being eaten.
If a proper sacrifice was made.
Proper
Yeah.
sacrifice. Oh, what was the proper sacrifice?
I truly don't understand. I mean, it
Hold
is
on.
pretty clear at this point.
Yeah, I'm just going to
You
turn to
should be
Prisha now.
directing.
Hey,
Yeah, yep.
hey, Prisha, what was the proper sacrifice to save those children? Did you?
Bones, mostly.
Okay, so you
Fresh
saved. Okay.
bones?
What?
Fresh bones?
Presumably, if they were old ones, they'd be brittle.
Ah.
Human bones,
You
or
hear Alyssa just go. badass.
Well, boy, kiddo, do I have a proposition for you.
No.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
The Bone Lord?
The Bone Lord. And Alyssa, have you ever heard of the Bone Lord? No.
That's
I mean,
green.
presume.
Come on, guys. Pull it together.
Oh my
I'm
god.
trying so hard. I mean, yeah, a lot of the time they were humanoid in nature. Sometimes, if it was a really impressive, mostly I think it's more about, it's not really about the thing that they give me. It's more about the thing, what they have to do to get the thing that they give me. It's more just like an equal exchange of intention. But yeah, sometimes human bones.
Hold on. When you say equal exchange of intention,
Mm-hmm.
their intention is to save a life. Are
Well,
you
their
saying?
intention is to put everything they have into protecting somebody. So they have to sometimes put everything they have into paying somebody to protect somebody.
Just a small, sorry, just if I
Mm-hmm.
may. So, the fact that you're here doesn't make a difference as far as like the power, or is that all just made up?
No, it's not just me. I'm a part of it, and I've been the part of it recently.
You hear
But
Alyssa go, triangle.
triangle, she gets it.
Hold
Guess
on.
what? I didn't. She just said triangle.
Wait, what? Wait, what did
Well,
you do with the bones?
well, she's gonna look at this wizard,
Mm-hmm.
quote quote
Wizard. Yes.
wizard. Well, are we just okay? So, uh, most of the time, I would use them as offerings to my god, but when dead mother Udris came back, they were part of the things that helped her get better.
So Udris is involved with this then.
Well, she is the den mother of my circle. Yes.
Have you ever shared what god you follow, or did we ever? Hey, did anyone ask what god Prisha follows?
You know the old wizard saying, if you can't do it yourself.
Oh,
I
just-
don't.
You know who'd be perfect to fact check this?
Yeah.
Missy
The actual wizard.
Right,
the actual wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Brady Bunch that.
Nathan, I hope you're having a good time.
Right? Hope it was
Happy-
worth it.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday!
Congrats
Oh,
on your fishing.
Can you imagine how much Nathan would be letting this guy have it right now?
Oh,
I
God,
know. I could
That'd be
see. I
great.
could just see Nathan just.
It's not if he would have casted a fireball. It's how many fireballs would he have cast?
I don't think he would have cast a fireball. I think he just would have made this guy feel real dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Prisha, I'm sorry. What god do you follow that requires bones and possibly kills babies?
I resent that. At
Mhm.
no point has there been babies killed
Except
that have
sometimes.
been to me. I have never taken baby bones, to the best of my knowledge.
Oh,
And I
okay.
feel like I need to make that clear.
All right, understood. I definitely heard you.
I worship the god Osteon.
I
Sorry?
feel as though we're straying a bit away from the topic of conversation at hand, and I've completely lost track of what it was.
I'm
we were-
loving
I have no idea what the topic
Conversation.
is.
I got sidetracked with zombies and babies. I guess or cannibals and babies.
just an important thing to kind of like recognize maybe from my side. Everything I've said someone has had a personal connection to or is the subject of what I'm talking about.
That would be pretty jarring.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, it's a little weird, coincidental.
It's a small world, as it turns out.
Unless this guy is just, tall serving his tea. That'd be weird.
Hold on.
I don't like that laugh. I hated that a lot.
I'm going to insight check that, please.
Yeah.
Sure, you want to inside check that?
I have disadvantage. It's not going to go well.
Yeah.
Sounds like a laugh.
I think it's a 6. Nope. It's a 7.
7.
Oh.
Cool.
Big
With a
difference.
7, based on your previous knowledge, you get the idea that it's weird. I think, like, looking at, I guess I'm going to ask this of Ianthe. Ianthe, what do you assume Revere is?
I think she's assuming, based on this weird mechanical
Structure.
Yeah. Well, because Vix was able to put together like a horseless carriage for us. So she's like, artificer. That's what they do. You can kind of tinker it. Don't know why he's pretending to be a wizard, but
yeah. I think one of the interesting things about artificer is it's that correlation between inventor and wizard, right? But they're always considered to be less than. So you're not really sure if this figure is an artificer or possibly just a straight up inventor. And historian. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense for otherwise to come out here, I think. So you're getting the vibe that the thing that you know to be false is probably a lot smaller to what's important to you as the conversation's going on. Does that make sense? The idea of is this figure a threat? No. You get that kind of realm. Is this figure lying about who or what his abilities are? Yeah, for some reason. So yeah, that's what you get with that. As far as the idea of him being tall, I mean, it's weirder things have happened, I guess.
no.
No, that could never be it. That could never happen.
You also know that wizards are weird. Case in
point.
Well,
I've met Jet, so
yeah.
and not the most eloquent.
Right.
So all of that tracks.
Well, all right. Well, let's see. I guess I'll ask more questions, and then someone will have a personal answer, a story revolving around that. I recently stubbed my toe really bad, and it's now starting to get a little infected.
Oh, my dad was a table.
Does Fisha actually say that?
Dead ass.
Dead ass. Dead ass. I think the reaction is 100. This is the reaction. Right. Okay. Cool. Well, just seeing if there's a ceiling on this thing, and we found it.
That was a little too specific, I think.
Okay. Right.
Okay, I was just making sure. My dad wasn't really a table.
No, I didn't imagine that you're... Okay.
I don't know. Probably not.
Anybody else have divine correlations to things that I might find interesting?
Sounds like you're fishing for something.
I've put bait out on the grass, and fish have come up and walked on grass and eat it. In my perspective, it's really been like
All right, I got something for you, wizard. Since you know everything about magic there is, don't you?
no wizard would claim to know everything about magic, but
But you're definitely studied and you know a lot, right?
well, what's the
I
question?
mean, you know a lot more than just about anyone I've met, surely.
Jet's in
How
the back, like,
how how how
Jet, I
is
think,
it?
just wanders off at that and just nope, nope.
"Mm."
That's
How
what I thought.
how is it that someone could gain the power to destroy the afterlife?
To destroy what?
The afterlife.
I I don't know. I don't think that's possible without any sort of divine connection to something.
We've all met someone that has that power. They're actively doing it. I've been searching for someone with magic and trying to seek out people. Now you're a powerful wizard. Do you know what you're talking about, or
I think if you're talking about things involving a world that is constructed, run by a deity, you would need help from another deity.
I
And
would
that,
I would
unfortunately, my Leonin cup holder, is outside of my expertise.
for that person have to get a hold of a deity then.
Well,
Well, great horned one, I guess.
okay. All right. Um, it's possible then Mother Udris might have some answers or some insight, at least.
Then it's probably a good thing we're going to meet up with her.
So you're all traveling to Messetti.
Maybe.
Ish.
Well, I would say typically my initial response would be, "No, don't! It's awful. You'll get murdered and eaten." But apparently, you're in the company of a feared and beloved figure in the community, one of the communities.
Mm.
One. I haven't won over the other two yet. It's on my list. It's a goal.
Well, from
It's
my understanding, the other ones would not be as impressed with horns and fur.
it's not the cannibal one, is it?
No, it's the shifter
Mm-mm.
one. The one they're all
All on shifters?
shifters.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
we had a shifter. Hold on. No.
Since you're a historian, have you come across any information on the rods of creation?
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Just
Okay.
full in. Got it.
Yeah.
Tea was hot. Sorry.
The tea became hot.
Yeah.
Matt's look at tissue. What the fuck did you just say? So good. That was so good. Continue. I love that. Okay. Yes. Road of Creations deemed to be connections to primordial beings that made the material plane to be what it is, originally from their primordial planes of air, earth, water, and fire. Um, had a big tiff, and killed millions and billions of people in the process, but then eventually came to terms and were betrayed by us, being locking them away for ever.
Do you know anything more than just the story?
Well, um,
We don't meet many scholarly people
yes, well,
too
most of
often,
them
so
would tell you that there's a difference between history and myth, and most would reference the concept that there are a lot of things that were told many, many years ago for people to be able to toe the line. But I will say I would not be necessarily surprised. The world had to start somehow. Why not? My understanding, anything revolving around the Fae is strange and will find any reason to slip out of any deal that was made. So I imagine that finding the rods would be as difficult a task as any.
Can I so subtly like adjust my seat so I'm blocking Alyssa?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and yet.
yeah. No, I just we had a friend who almost died over it, so I just was curious.
Died over the concept of it.
Yeah, yeah. Gwen Jelly's kind of a bitch, but
Yeah, he just Titian's going to time it. He was just mouthing off and about Rod and Guincelli took it personally. Nothing much more than that. Just Guincelli's just a bad person.
He's gonna roll something. Okay.
Hey, what do you know about a shard?
hey,
Completely-
What do I
historian.
know about a shard? That's what I'm coming
Yeah.
out here to look for.
No,
Apparently,
a
it was
shard,
taken
it's a
away.
A
What?
Sharanas.
name. A Sharanas.
Do you know him at all?
Doesn't ring a bell.
All right, well.
Red X
But
on
you
that?
could enlighten me for me to be able to instruct others, and then knowledge is shared is knowledge cared for.
To be honest, we don't really know much about him, so.
He was a Marid.
Ah, nasty creatures.
And my father.
And mine.
But you know
It's
some.
just staring daggers at him.
But you know some. You never know. You know, there's I've
No,
never
you
met
were
one
right at the beginning.
personally.
No, you were right the first time.
Apologies. I've heard the Genasi are difficult.
A little bit.
Can be.
In my experience, yes.
Yep.
Hi, Anthony.
Agreed. Rivera, if you don't mind, I'd love to share the account for Marigold with you. If you're a historian and you're gonna, if you could write that down, I think that they deserve for people to know what happened and to be remembered. So if when before we head to bed, if we can kind of chat and maybe you can write stuff down, I'd appreciate it.
It would be my deepest honor.
I mean, I guess. Oh, no, you say. You go.
And what does it do with this cutie patootie?
Should have gone for.
I'm staring
This
past
is
Nancy.
this is my little sister.
Oh, all right. All right.
Adopted.
Well, my name is Elbow. Elmo.
She's very shy and doesn't speak much.
Yeah, I don't talk a lot. Understood. Great. Well, yeah. Nice to meet you, Elmo. Um,
If you guys are okay, hey Jet, do you mind setting the bubble for tonight, just to give us all out of the rain?
oh yes. Would love to have another wizard. I'll take a crack at it.
Is it all right if we stay close by? It's just
Of course. To be honest with you, having a party that having a group of heroes so illustrious as yourself, I would be honored to share your company.
that's very kind of you to say.
Just curious, the road to Messetti, is it that way? And he'll point towards the
Road.
figuratively. Like
He
he'll point
pushes up
towards
his
to where
glasses
Marigold
and
would
goes,
be.
Well, the weird thing is that really in this climate, in this time, which is very interesting and difficult for me having to drive this carriage that is self-driving, that there's no roads specifically.
Well, the way to Messetti, is it that way? And he'll point towards Marigold, like
Ah.
kind of prepping himself if he's going to have to cross.
Well,
Right.
not. I mean, you can go that way. It's more veering off to the east, but not far.
Okay. Okay, well, I don't know about the rest of you, but it's been a long, long day of walking.
Ooh.
And quite the eventful evening.
Yes, I agree. I would just like to say one more thing. I get the feeling, based on some of your actions and attitudes, that you're more than aware of how hard the road is. And I've had similar experiences, I promise you. I can assure you of two things. One, you will not have any need to fear me. And two, I assume I'm older than all of you, but I've been wrong before. Though the road and the people that cross it can be hard and difficult, it does make times that that when you truly find someone that you can consider to be an ally, all the more sweeter.
I need to throw an insight check around all this to know.
And I hope that perhaps not tonight, but one day soon, perhaps when we meet again, you'll consider me a full-fledged ally. As it feels that I am tempted to follow your story and how it unfolds. But for now, we sleep, we rest. Jet, you have the bubble foot. Great. Makes it easier on me.
Yeah, those spells can be really
Just
exhausting at the
make
end of
sure
the day, right?
you double it. You're going to double it. Okay, great, awesome. No
Hate when I'm running out of spell slots at the end of the day.
It's just, it takes some work and these old bones. Well, enjoy what's left of the chicken, and I will bid you all good evening. Grian, I will come back out in maybe about an hour with some pen and paper if you want to do that tonight, or we can wait.
Tonight's fine. Thank you.
Very well. I just need to turn on the, cast the light spell on Ethel. And you see him walk into his hut. Tishan, you want to roll an insight check?
Yeah, but I got a 9.
Okay. What are you trying to figure out?
If he's actually, if we need to actually fear him, if he's trying to, if he's still lying to us more than anything, but is he lying to us about whether or not we should fear him and whether or not he actually wants to be an ally of ours? But with a 9,
I
what
also
can I
think, too,
expect?
there's, as we've talked about this before, too, an insight check is not a lie detector, necessarily, right? So I think what you do get from this, even with a 9, he seems genuine. And the words he says do ring true. The road has been hard.
Right. I think, and to sort of, and again, it's a 9, it doesn't matter. Not so much about telling, is he trying to manipulate us? Is really what I should be saying. I'm trying to get to. But
Yeah, I think there's a certain point where I think for Titian, it would make sense for Titian to not believe this guy for a second.
all right.
So, as as he climbs back in, you, Grian, you hear this weird sort of buzzing sound and a hiss and the sound of what sounds like a very large metal latch being flipped. And you see a light from what looks to be some sort of glass object, given some light that feels very it's very bright and not warming and uncomfortable. It's a light bulb. He's turning on a light bulb. And comes outside with a feathered quill. Shall we?
Yeah.
And you two walk off into a spot not too far as the rest of you gather your things to bed down for the evening. I'll say with that, we'll end tonight's session. unless Kay wants to say something.
I think as soon as like we settle down, Prisha just goes, "Okay, so I'm really not a god, I promise."
Yeah, what happened to No More Secrets? That's a big one.
I forgot.
That's being heard over the din as there's like scribbles that are being heard over that.
And
And
a
we
Deem, well, and as the light goes out, you see a Deem just watching Grian.
cool. I like it. We hear the sound that us humans know too well of the of just a loud circuit light bulb. As it kind of like pulls up over, fades to dark, and with that we will end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.